New species of animals are discovered all the time, and it comes as no surprise that a great deal of them have still not been spotted, especially the ones at the bottom of the ocean. What those depths have in store for us? Let's hope we never find out firsthand. Today, we're going to show you 30 of the scariest and most mysterious creatures caught on camera that no one can explain. Stick around to the end to see a giant in Peru coming down a mountain caught on camera. Don't forget to subscribe to Forever Green, and let's get started. Weird fish in India. Mere days after writing about the rare goblin shark caught off the coast of Key West, fishermen in India have caught a rare deep-sea fish known as rhinocemeria. Fishermen in the South Sea were netting for lobsters 40 miles south of Pamban, India, where they pulled in the unusual-looking fish. Here's the rare footage of the elusive fish filmed by the NOAA Okeanos Explorer last year. Reeled in a dragon. Regularly, tuna have been tough to find, but a huge grouper and some other fish have more than made up for their lack here when this regular fisherman reeled in this bizarre creature. More than a real aquatic animal, it looks closer to something in Jurassic Park. It was found in Gaspard, who found it while fishing 2,000 feet down in the Green Canyon. This is a lancet fish, or Allophilus, which means scale-free lizard. This hostile-looking predator has a long body, large eyes, bigger teeth than a barracuda, and to top it all off, holographic coloring too. These fish can grow to about 6 feet and are sometimes reeled in by commercial tuna long liners. Unusual herring. These guys reeled in a pretty weird-looking herring. It's also way bigger than any herring we've ever seen. Dinosaur-like fish. A fisherman in Norway was shocked when he reeled in a bizarre, alien-looking creature from the water. The strange animal had large, bulbous eyes that made it look like something truly out of this world. The fisherman who made this catch nearly jumped off his fishing boat upon dragging the weird creature to his boat, the Sun reported. Radiation wolffish. When pictures of a wolffish caught off the coast of Japan started making the rounds on social media this week, everyone obviously panicked. But like most other things that get hyped up really fast, this fish is actually nothing to be scared of. As for the idea of a giant monster mutated fish, there's no scientific evidence to back up claims that the byproduct from the Fukushima incident could have led to this. Much of the fallout happened naturally through death and decomposition. There's no scientific evidence to support claims that fallout from the Fukushima disaster has or will cause this to happen. Even right after the disaster, being submerged in those waters would have actually dosed you with a mere 0.03% of the radiation a person in Japan is exposed to, so safe to say it's something else. Devil worm. A devil worm has been discovered miles under the Earth's surface, which makes it the deepest living animal ever found. A new study reveals the new nematode species, called Halophilus mephisto, partly for Mistopheles, tells us that maybe there's a new rich biosphere right under our feet. Before the discovery of this newfound worm, at depths of 2.2 miles, these sorts of worms were not known to be live beyond a maximum of a few dozen feet into the Earth. Looks like we were wrong. Only microbes were thought of as dwellers in those depths. Organisms that were discovered later are the diet of the worm. Alien-looking creature. This was captured at a depth of around 37,000 feet in the Indian Ocean near a drill wellhead. We aren't sure what to tell you. We can't figure out what this thing is ourselves. Looks like a cross between a jellyfish and a stingray. Kind of like a 3D water Pokemon too. Paraphilia. Okay, now this one's just downright terrifying. These creatures, these guys were out inspecting the area for a subtle area for fish farming. They ran into a creature that often seen as a legend, Paraphilia. Like many of the exclusively deep-sea water creatures, they evolved to be a bioluminescent and can change colors like a chameleon. It looks not like a real-life underwater animal, but more something like straight from the hellish imagination of H.R. Geiger. If this is the kind of stuff that's down there, maybe it's best we leave the deep-sea ocean as it is, unventured territory. Six-gill shark. This six-gill shark, also known as hexaconus or blunt-nosed six-gill shark, was caught on camera by a diver who went all the way down to 3,300 feet. The two red laser dots you see are 6 inches apart, and the shark itself is 18 feet long. Props to the diver recording this though. The shark even swims by it so close, it looks like it's just inches away from the camera. Good thing it wasn't ticked off. Its head alone is around 1 meter wide. It's also amazing how excited these guys are. We would be too if we had the chance to run into a creature like this. Loch Ness creature. A weird-looking creature was spotted around Loch Ness. This video has been used as evidence for just about everyone to reignite their fascination and search for the real Loch Ness monster. We can't really make out what it is. It just leaps out of the water like whales and dolphins do, but it doesn't look like either of them. It's hard to say for sure, but we do know that the ocean is full of oddities and creatures who should definitely never see the light of day. SLENDERMAN spotted. This little kid was playing in his backyard in broad daylight when he told his dad he saw SLENDERMAN. The dad, obviously being skeptical and thinking his son's pulling his leg, went to see and, lo and behold, got the shock of his life to find a long, thin figure on the other side. Well, judging by the looks of this video, it seems like there's more to the SLENDERMAN tale than just internet folklore. Mystery sea creature washes up on Mexico beach. Confusing and scary footage shows a huge sea creature around 4 meters long washed up on a beach in Acapulco. Frankly, we're having trouble making heads or tails of this mysterious creature. Literally, you can't see any sort of structure in its body either. Its dark gray flesh is really bloated and saggy, and someone's poking at it with a stick. Thankfully, they did inform the concerned authorities about the appearance of this creature, and they handled it. But yeah, at the end of the day, we're just as baffled and have just as many questions as you. Zero idea what this thing could be. Also, remember, we're seeing it in a weakened state. It washed ashore. Who knows what this thing is like in its natural habitat, or how strong it is. Mysterious humanoid alien. This guy was probably on his way home late at night when he ran into this odd alienish being walking on the road. Everything about it is just wrong. Even the way it's walking just screams wrong. It even stops when it notices it's being watched and stares back ghoulishly. Terrifying. Weird things outside cave. People heard screaming some distances away from the cave and went closer to investigate, and, well, this is what they found. Some human-appearing, but not quite creatures squatting outside the cave. The noises they make are also pretty creepy. Amazing how everyone stayed and tried to make sense of what was happening. If we were there, we would have packed our bags and hopped right out of there. Digger finds weird animal. This guy was just having an ordinary day, another one of the probably hundreds of mundane jobs operating this digger. And then out of the soil emerges a very weird and never-before-seen animal. And when he prods it, it even moves. Even the excavator let out a shriek and flinched. It looks like this could almost be one of the earthquake-inducing monsters from the movie Tremors. Yikes! Hopefully it's not that. Unknown creatures on the highway. Someone was driving on the highway at night, and when they came across this creature, it's super dark and you really can't see what's going on. But when you turn up the contrast and brightness, it kind of looks like a cross between a werewolf and a bear. But what exactly is it? We don't know. It could also be a bear with mange. Real elf? This clip from the CCTV footage of a civilian blew up on social media for showing what appears to be a totally unknown creature passing by her house. Here we see the video of an elf-like creature with skinny legs and big floppy ears. This could easily be fake too, but something tells us it isn't. She also denied all accusations of having doctored the footage. What do you think? Is this real or just another cheap publicity stunt to get those 15 minutes of fame? Strange sea creature washes ashore. This oddly shaped sea creature washed ashore on the beach in Georgia, and even the experts are having trouble making sense of this one. They can't decide if it's a hoax or decaying animal, long thought of as extinct or fictional. Faceless humanoid. This video of a faceless humanoid creature, 6 feet tall, chasing a mouse went viral. You can see the mysterious being lurked behind the mouse, watching it as if it's biding its time. Viewers have speculated that the creature, who's walking on its hind legs like a human, could maybe be the legendary rake monster. The rake monster is a mythological beast found in Canadian folklore. Half human, half dog. Described as half human and half animal, it's said to have killed 2 dogs while wandering the streets before being caught on camera. In yet another case from Argentina, a strange beast walking the streets has struck fear in Santa Fe. Described as half human and half animal, it's said to have savaged 2 dogs before being caught on camera. Some people are debating as to whether or not this is a chupacabra, a mythical creature in Spanish folklore. Mysterious creature washes ashore in Indonesia. This creature washed ashore in Indonesia, and we don't really know what it is. It's shaped like a huge blob. It has one long fin sticking out of the rest of its shapeless body. The 15-meter-long creature, weighing approximately about 35 tons, floating in the water, also ended up making it red and attracted the attention of many passerbyers for a while too. Fish with 2 mouths. This fish has 2 mouths. No way this lady expecting to run into such a strange creature while out fishing. Pictures of the fish went viral while she shared them on social media. Mutant fish, anyone? Well, we might not have an explanation, but maybe it'll fry just as nicely as any other fish dinner. Goat Man. The goat man has supposedly been spotted in areas around Wisconsin and Kentucky. All the descriptions are the same too. The legs are muscular and covered with dark hair, and its face is alabaster, and it's got horns too. Legend of its sightings are mostly around the famous Goatman Bridge, which is said to be where he lives. Alien creature caught on camera. This alien-looking creature caught on camera in the Philippines sure does look mythical. Some of its body is transparent too. Weird humanoid sighting. So apparently this is what someone found on their CCTV camera recording. An almost 7-foot something resembling a human flailing its arms around wildly and walking as if it's had way too much to drink. Giant squid. This is actually just the second time the giant squid has been recorded in its natural habitat, the deep sea waters. And somehow at the same time, the squid was caught on camera. Lightning struck and then a water tornado also hit the area? Seems like powers beyond our perception are at play here. Gulper eel. This eel's pouch-like mouth can inflate whenever it wants to and scoop up larger prey straight into its mouth, the way pelicans do. This one's probably a baby. These eels can grow up to reach a length of 3 feet. This eel kind of looks like a balloon with a tail attached to it. Mysterious cat. A colossal black cat was recorded lurking in the wilderness. But by the looks of it, it's definitely not a feral cat. It was after all reported to be around 5 times as big as a regular cat. Giants in Peru. In this blurry video, we're supposedly looking at a giant coming down the mountain in Peru. We want to think this is a hoax, but around the same time, other people are reported seeing such figures around the area. Yikes. Hopefully they come in peace. The gravedigger. We all just want to get away from our workplace every now and then, but the last place you want to end up is the cemetery. It's not a relaxing place. In fact, it's bound to give you the creeps. 2 teenagers were out on a break when they decided to take a drive and found themselves in the middle of the cemetery in Ohio. While there, they came across a black figure that was busy digging up one of the graves. They observed it quite some time before recording the incident. I mean, how else would they explain this? According to several people, the creature looked like a Sasquatch in search of food. Creepy monk. This is not the kind of monk you'd find at a temple. It's a very scary fish that you wouldn't want to come across during your fishing escapades. You might end up jumping off the boat. As if its appearance is not creepy enough, this monkfish has an expandable stomach, which means it can eat almost everything, including creatures that are as big as the monkfish. Jerky-looking creature. You've got to agree with me that if pieces of jerky were joined together to form a creature, it would look like this. The alien corpse creature was discovered by locals somewhere at the coast of South Africa. Its appearance left people shocked and with lots of questions in mind. I mean, how do you explain the existence of a tail? From an autopsy that was carried out, it said that this creature was a newborn female baboon. The front tail is said to be its umbilical cord. But that creature's too big to be a newborn, don't you think? How it ended up there or how it was able to remain mummified for so long is still a mystery. Scary creature in an abandoned house. 2 teenagers were out in southwestern France doing what teenagers do best. They were scanning through a dark house that seemed to have been abandoned a long time ago. While in one of the rooms, they came across a scary, skinny creature. Before they could have a better look, the creature ducked for cover, letting out an ear-deafening sound that set off the alarm. The teenagers ran off and onto their bikes. Glow in the dark. A group of Russian elites were out in a club partying the night away. While they were busy chatting, dancing, and making merry, the lights suddenly went out. Some of the people in the crowd had eyes that were glowing in the dark. A man who was said to be a part of the band left immediately when he saw the glowing eyes. Even I would not want to wait for a second more. Gorilla crow. If a gorilla and a crow had a baby, it would probably look like this, don't you think? The creature looks like a crow supporting itself with humongous wings. The posture quite resembles that of a gorilla. Humanoid in basement. Imagine coming face to face with a creepy creature that's been haunting you for a week. That was the case of this girl. Camera footage showed that there was a creature moving on 4s living in her basement. they decided to seal the entrance, something that did not sit well with the creature. The creature ended up breaking into the girl's room through the floor. Creature in RIESE Tunnel. While exploring the RIESE caves and tunnels that were built in World War II, a group of explorers locked eyes with a bizarre creature. The creature was running on twos and disappeared into the tunnels when it saw the explorers. Black unknown creature. In this footage, a child is seen running away from a black creature that's pretty hard to define. The black figure even bumps into the doorframe while chasing the kid. What's even more astonishing is that the child wasn't screaming. In fact, it was laughing. Maybe imaginary friends do exist. Five-limb creature. A group of young adults were out camping when one of them went missing. While searching, they could hear some very high-pitched screams. They ended up finding her in a hut made of sticks. But what came from the hut was a five-limb creature that came chasing after them. They ended up dropping the camera, which just means we'll never know what happened. Alien-looking creature. In an almost empty room in a house under renovation, a tall creature wobbled into the room. It was naked, had thin, long limbs and large black eyes, a description that resembles that of an alien. It was also spotted moving from one point to the other at a speed that no human can achieve. Alright, well that's a wrap on today's video. Don't forget to leave a comment down below and let us know which of these creatures you found the scariest. Before you go, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more. Until next time.